Feels a little bit like deja vu here. I'm joined by Johnny Munoz talking about a fight against Jamey Simmons, but this time it's coming up here at UFC 265 on August 7th. Johnny, what's up, man? How's it going?
Doing good, man. I can't wait to fight. We're almost here, about 2.5 weeks out, so I'm excited. Here we go again, so I feel good about this one.
Yeah. Hopefully this all goes according to plan. I was curious, actually, in that first fight that was scheduled, I believe it was back in April. Did they ever try and find you a replacement, or was the plan to always just keep Jamey as an opponent?
Yeah, I think they were scrambling, but it happened during fight week, so I think it was just a lot going on. And with that being the first event back with the live crowd,
right?
And then they gave me the option to reschedule. So that's what me and my team, my manager, we just decided to do that. I was kind of eager to fight on, but it was like no guarantee. So it was one of those things. Do we go like make weight and all that stuff, and then nothing's guaranteed? We don't really know what's going on. So we thought as a professional decision just to wait. So it was a bummer, but I always feel there's a blessing in disguise to everything.
No, and that's the way you have to look at it in situations like that. Tell me what happens, though. So fight week, you're supposed to go, compete, and then you find out he's off the card. Like, do you enjoy yourself a little bit and then get back into camp? Like, how? Because I'm sure at the time when it happened, you didn't know when the fight was going to be rescheduled.
Yeah, so it was a bummer, man. Like, I didn't really. I mean, obviously, I try to enjoy every day because I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful for the position I am in my life. So I'm grateful for that. But as far as like enjoying, like I know most people, like if a fight gets canceled, maybe they're going to go eat pizza. They're going to go eat all this junk food. For me, I didn't do none of that. I just felt like I couldn't do it, man. It didn't feel complete. You know what I mean? You enjoy all the spoils after a fight because the hard work's done and you win the fight and you enjoy all that stuff after. But for me, it was just like I was just very bummed out. I wouldn't say depressed, but I was just thinking about it a lot because I put so much work into it, and it's been a minute since I fought, so it was just a real letdown. So,
and you kind of already answered it, but I guess there was no hesitation taking him again as an opponent just in case, because I guess, like you said, you're taking that risk of you could potentially get a fight earlier, but then you might not, and you could be waiting even longer, right? At least this was something guaranteed.
Yeah, so this was guaranteed. So that was another decision for it. Since we're already booked to fight, like we have somebody, and plus, you put so much time in the fight camp preparing for an individual. So those are other things that we took into account. You know what I mean? We're preparing for this style of fight, so we kind of want to stick to that as well.
No, makes sense for sure. When did you find out the fight was rescheduled? Like, when did you start ramping up your camp and everything?
Yeah, so that was April, I believe. It was like May, towards mid-May, like end of May. That's when we kind of found out a date. I was hoping it was sooner, but he needed more time to recover the injury that he had. So that's why it's August. But yeah, so I'm always training. I think that's my problem. I'm always training, but this is all I do. This is what I love to do. And I'm just always looking to get better. So like when it's not in fight camp, like training's like, it's fun. You're learning new things, trying new things, and in fight camp it becomes more specific, geared to the fight night.
Right. Yeah. No, that definitely makes sense. Anything different for this camp or usual cast of characters as far as training partners and coaches?
Yeah. So for this camp, I train out of my home gym over here in California, Southern California, Sequence. My home gym. My coach is my father. My number one training partner is my cousin out here, but I've been traveling a lot to Tijuana down in Mexico. It's about an hour and a half from where I'm at. So I've been training a lot with Brandon Moreno. I was actually got to be a part of his fight camp, which was real cool. Being able to see him succeed and accomplish his goal, that was very awesome to see. But yeah, I've been going down there, training with all the guys down there. It's been great. I appreciate everyone's support down there. So I feel good, man. I feel ready.
What was the connection to Brandon? I know you have the same manager, but was that the connection, or did you know Brandon even outside of that?
We met through the management like a few years back. I think this was like when he first came, his second time back in the UFC. We met. I was there during fight week, met and just talked. And we've been friends ever since. And then we just actually started training more recently, like towards the end of, I think, last year. Like we were always like, oh, let's train, but just never like met up and did it. So then finally, just did it, and it was cool, man. I enjoy the vibe. He's a great person to train with. He has that energy in the room, you know what I mean? Because I'm very disciplined. I train hard, so I'm able to recognize it in other people. Sometimes you train with certain people. Some people just train, go with the motions. Everybody's different. But like when I'm in the room with him, I feel that energy. Like this guy is like disciplined. He takes it very serious. I like to consider myself somebody like that.
How much of an impact did that have on you, seeing him win the title and knowing what's possible, right? I mean, we know the story. He was cut from the UFC, comes back in, and he's a champion. I mean, you just don't see that happen every day in MMA.
No, it's a remarkable story for sure. Definitely when he won, it was almost like a dose of motivation in a sense.
Yeah.
Like seeing that, because it's a friend, a training partner. You see them succeed, and they were in the same room with you training. So seeing them succeed, it makes you realize like how close that is to home. Seeing somebody achieve a UFC title, which we're all trying to chase. So when you see somebody close to you achieve that, it makes you realize that this is possible. Just train hard, be smart, believe in yourself, and the goal's close to home. It's all up to you.
With the fact this fight was rescheduled, how's the weight cut going this time? Because I know last time it was obviously new for you to go back down, and I'm sure this time having even more time off, it's probably even a little bit easier to make the 135-pound limit.
Yeah, I feel good. My weight's, I'm getting it down, so I feel real good. It's not going to be an issue. Obviously, weight cutting sucks, but yeah, like you said, so we had a little more time for that as well. But I feel good, so I'm kind of excited. It sounds funny, excited to get back down and weight, even though it's not fun. But I feel real good, and yeah, I feel like with weight cuts, you got to be on top of it. If you're not on top of it, and it's this hard weight cut, it does so much damage to you in the fight. If it's a real hard fight, goes to the later rounds. So I'm very on top of that. So I feel real good with it.
How do you see this fight playing out on August 7th?
Yeah, so this fight, this is like going to be an introduction fight in a sense. I want people to really know what I'm capable of, how good I am in all areas of fighting. So that's what I'm going to showcase out there. And regardless if it's a knockout or submission, people are going to know that I'm somebody that is going to have a bright future in this division. And I'm excited. Jamey's a tough opponent. So I'm looking to put him away August 7th.
We just talked about sort of the layoff a little bit. I imagine you want to get one more in this year, or maybe even two, just to kind of make up for lost time. Obviously, it's not your fault. It was your opponent who got injured, but is that kind of what you're thinking?
Yeah, I would like to, for sure, squeeze in one more fight. I know two, I want to.
Just be tough. Yeah, it's August. Yeah. I know it'd be kind of difficult. It is early August, but still, I get what you're saying. So
yeah, but main thing, I'm focusing on August 7th. That's the main goal right now. Focus on August 7th. Come out of there healthy. That's the most important. And then after that, we can look forward to what's next. I never like to look past that, but for sure, I want to get in there again before the year ends.
Downtime. Watching anything on TV or playing any video games, or what are you doing outside of the cage and training and napping and all that other good stuff?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, just, going to the beach and stuff like that, to clear my mind, like reading books. So those are things I like to do, just really be outside with nature and just be out there with air, fresh air, hear the sounds of the earth, really help clear my mind, just kind of relax a little bit. Because I'm always thinking about training, thinking about fighting 24/7. So those are little things I like to do outside of fighting, go ride a bike, be active outside.
Any good books you read recently?
Well, it's funny because I like to reread a lot of books. So one book I'm rereading right now is Think and Grow Rich. Super cool book. I remember when I read that book the first time, somebody gifted it to me. I was like, man, I'm not into this. I don't care about reading books how to make money. But then when I read the book, I was like, it's not like that. It's about the mindset, belief and all that stuff, writing down goals to accomplish them. So yeah, I've been reading that book a lot, and I feel like it's a great book. It really sets my mind straight and helps me visualize things and be prepared for the moment. So yeah, super good book. I recommend it highly.
You're a super good interview as always, Johnny. Really appreciate it, man. We're looking forward to it. UFC 265, August 7th. Anyone you want to thank? Any sponsors or any social media? I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out James Lynch for having me. Always appreciate it. Like what you do for the sport. And of course, my management team, Iridium Sports, for giving me fights, getting me sponsors, allowing me to get this interview as well. My team, Sequence, my father, my mom, all my training partners, everybody down in TJ over at Entram Gym. I appreciate you guys for helping me out. So you guys can give me a follow on Instagram, Twitter, at Kid Kavimbo, and tune into my fight August 7th. It's going to be a great fight, and I'm looking to showcase what a Johnny Munoz is all about.